What's up, AnimeBallZ fans? Ray here with another exciting episode of What's New Japan. That's the segment where I find out what anime is coming out in Japan over the next couple of months, and I tell you about it in the hopes that it'll entice you to check it out when it finally gets an English release, wherever you may happen to live. Anyway, that's enough of me prattling on about stuff that doesn't matter. Let's get down to some anime. It has been 6 years since the last episode of Initial D 4th Stage finished production, and fans have been wondering just when a new series would be animated. Well, the wait is nearly over, as the first episode of the new series, Initial D 5th Stage, will air on November 9th, 2012, and will broadcast 2 episodes per month for a run of 3 months on Animax's pay-per-view service. No English release date has been confirmed yet, but I suspect that suppliers will be getting quite a lot of harassment from fans and will be eager to release it as soon as they possibly can. Initial D is set in the late 1990s to early 2000s in Japan's Gunma Prefect. The series follows Takumi Fujiwara, an 18-year-old who helps his father run a tofu shop by making deliveries every morning to Akina, with his father's Toyota Sprinter Truno GP Apex, or an 8.6 as it's referred to in the series. It is revealed that Takumi has been driving on Mount Akina every morning to deliver tofu to the summit 5 years before he even had his license. As a result, his skills in mountain racing were honed, as was his ability to drive under adverse weather conditions. It actually is quite a good series. I've recently gotten into it. Criddle, I know, is a pretty big fan of Initial D. We're both going to be extremely anxious about seeing this new series, and, well, I really can't say anything else apart from the music in the Japanese series is absolutely awesome. Make sure you check this one out. Next up on my list is an anime called Hayate No Gotoku, I Can't Take My Eyes Off You. It's a completely new series of Hayate no Gotoku, or Hayate the Combat Butler, as it's pronounced in English. And it's independent from the previous series, while also being written by the original author Kenjiro Hata. Follows the adventures of Hayate Ayasaki, who's an unlucky teenager who's had to work since childhood to make ends meet due to his parents' irresponsible behaviour. One day on Christmas Eve, he finds out that his parents were planning to sell his organs to the Yakuza to make money, leaving behind a massive gambling debt on his shoulders of 156,804,000 yen. While running away from the debt collectors, he ends up meeting Nagi Sen-In. I don't know. And she's a young girl who is the sole heir of the wealthy Sen-In estate. And due to a misunderstanding, Nagi ends up falling in love with Hayate. After he rescues Nagi from some kidnappers, she hires Hayate as his new butler, hence the Hayate butler thing. Anyway, aside from performing his original duties as a butler, Hayate must fight to protect Nagi from harm, a difficult task since her life is always in danger, because she is the target of other individuals converting her family fortune, and sometimes deal with some extravagant requests from her, oblivious to Nagi's true feelings for him. Now, I must admit, I've never actually seen Hayate no Gotoku. I've been meaning to for a while, but I've just never really gotten into it. If you want to learn more about the series, it was covered on Season 4 of AnimeBallZ, so make sure you check that out. It was a pretty good episode, and, well, it really made me want. Finally on my list is a movie called The Tiger and Bunny Movie 1, The Beginning. This popular series has finally been given the silver screen treatment, with the first of 2 movies based on the series being released in September 2012. Not much is known about the plot of the movie, but it is being created by the series' original writer, Masakazu Katsura. Yeah, you can pick on my pronunciation all you want, I don't care. The series takes place in NC 1978, in a fictional reimagined version of New York City called Sternbald City. I don't know. Where 45 years before, superpowered individuals known as Next started appearing, and some of them became superheroes. Each of the city's most famous superheroes work for a sponsor company, and their uniforms also contain advertising for real-life companies. Their heroic activity is broadcast on the popular television show Hero TV, where they accumulate points for each heroic feat accomplished, arresting criminals, saving civilians, etc., etc. And the best-ranked hero of the season is crowned King of Heroes. The story mainly focuses on veteran hero Kotetsu T. Kaburagi, who's also known as Wild Tiger, and he's assigned a new partner, a young man named Barnaby Brooks Jr. Wow, why can't all Japanese people have names that are that easy to pronounce? Anyway, Barnaby and Kotetsu usually have trouble working together as they have conflicting opinions on how a superhero should act, while at the same time trying to crack the mystery of the murders of Barnaby's parents. In addition, the appearance of a homicidal vigilante next named Lunatic stirs up the public and makes them question the meaning of heroes. As I mentioned before, it is a very popular series. Several of my friends have been trying to get me into it for a couple of months now. I just don't have the time to sit down and watch entire series. But it does sound quite interesting. I'm not sure. If this movie turns out to be like the Evangelion rebuilds and it just like sums up the series, I might watch the movies. But if not, I don't see myself getting into this series. It's a bit of a time sink. It does require a bit of a commitment, but hey, that many people have told me how good it is. It can't be that much of a waste. So definitely check this one out if you plan on doing so. So before I wrap up another What's New Japan for this week, I must tell you about this very, very small event happening this weekend called Manifest. That's right, Manifest is this weekend. From the 17th to the 19th of August, make sure you're down at the Melbourne Showgrounds for the largest anime convention in the Southern Hemisphere. You've got plenty of anime guests going. You've got Stephanie Young. You've got Darren Guile. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. It was a really weird name. And you've also got Lanny Pator, Kaizeneko, and Takahata 101 from Team 4-Star, who are famous for doing Dragon Ball Z Abridged, which you've probably seen somewhere along the line. Anyway, the AnimeBallZ crew will be there, so if you see us, come up, shake our hands, say hello. We love meeting the fans, because we like you, and we like that you like us, and we like the fact that you like us so much that you like us on Facebook, and yeah, I'm not as good as Kriddle at that thing. But definitely make sure that you're down at the Melbourne Showgrounds this weekend, August 17th to 19th, for the Manifest the 13th. It's going to be absolutely huge. Anyway, that was another week of What's New Japan. I've told you about one of the most classic anime series, Initial D. I've told you about Hayate No Gotoku, which is just complete and utter randomness in a can. And I've told you about the new Tiger and Bunny movie, which is coming out next month. Make sure that if you're interested in any of those, you check them out as soon as you can. I'm Ray. This has been What's New Japan. Catch you on the flip side.